map number 3 to decide the first series, Mousesports versus Astralis. Mousesports took map 1, Dust 2, 16-5. Astralis, on the other hand, came back, I wouldn't necessarily say swinging, but they got 16-13 on train. We're now here on Mirage. I think this is a good middle ground.
I think so. I give the edge towards Astralis, though, I'd say, just in terms of their actual setup on this map, the way they approach it. But it looks like we are going to be getting into this one. We just had the knife round, so it's going to be Mousesports starting on the CT side by the looks of things here. We can see the buy coming in, but your predictions, do you have a similar sort of sentiment to me?
I mean, it's hard not to go against Astralis in this situation. They are the favored team. There's no question about it. But they've had some struggles today. I wouldn't even say tonight. It's still afternoon, early afternoon attack for Counter-Strike hours. But it's definitely their map to take, if should they show up in any sort of form. That said, NiKo, beast on this. chrisJ's looked excellent throughout the course of this series. He can definitely be a factor on this map as well. The AWP is very relevant. He likes to get aggressive with it toward the apartments. But pistol round underway, and already some aggression onto the A site. It's NiKo that's been taken down to 5 HP. And it's 4 players with armor. Spiidi's got a smoke and a kit. The smoke not yet deployed, so they can try and use that late, but they've given up all of A site. Bio, that the apartments, the bomb's going. This is a really interesting strategy because all 3 players today had pushed all the way to window. Bomb had committed onto B. They lost the 1 player in entry, but now it's going to cost them so much time that Mousesports is getting the kills in return.
And we've got 4 HP on karrigan. He's making his way to the A side as well. The bomb coming through connector. Xyp9x can be trying to get it down. They have got a huge disadvantage here. Just getting the bomb down might be their only port of call here, but they will be planted towards connector as well. Uncontested for now. But there it is. karrigan gets dropped, and now it's up to Xyp9x in the 3-on-1 situation. I don't really fancy his chance of this one. If he can get a kill, that'll be enough. There's the first 2-on-1 now. Actually manages to get toward jungle as well. Maybe jumping out the window towards connector, but will he actually going for a little bit of a bluff here?
So this gets really interesting, and the fact that play, if it worked, would have looked brilliant, but it kept them so much time. And now the double face. They have to get this though. Xyp9x, how does he stay alive? 15 HP, and the bomb's still ticking. He's got so much space to work with. Next, no kit, has to do something about this immediately. He's going to go try and get on this. He can't hold it though. It's just going to be the face to try and get the pistol kill to build up the bank. And Xyp9x, man, what a round was that? 2 players facing him and they can't close it.
3-on-1 CTs. They knew exactly where he was as well. It was just very clever play. I love the fact he didn't jump out the window the first time. He stayed in jungle. And obviously the obvious move is to jump out and try and challenge from the steps. But it's actually a really creative way to approach that round as well. But both CTs faced him at the same time towards jungle, right? You would have thought someone just needs to hit a shot at that point. Someone just needs to actually just step up and make sure they're
even if you both just go for body shots, you're both facing.
It was crazy how he got one and fell away as well. It was very low HP, but next without a kid that was left in a horrible situation. There it is, Mouse will be dropping the pistol. Stardust coming up huge. Thanks to Xyp9x. Force by coming in, 3 sets of armor, Desert Eagles, and a 5-7 as well. So we'll see what they can do with this, but heavily favors the Danes as we go to round 2 now.
Fall back on this initial aggression that was shown toward the B apartments. They still leave 1 player inside of mid right now, Astralis, but the rest of them going to focus on the A site. Rotations haven't come out just yet. NiKo clears out connector. Deagle in hand with Denis, but Denis starts it off. It's karrigan to go down on the entry. Not only that, he spotted a 2nd player coming in from A main. So smoke late on Denis. He can jump above that and try and see beyond, but it's Xyp9x to hold the angle. He'll give a man advantage to Astralis, and NiKo and Nex both gone down now, trying to rotate back over from that connector position. Chris is going to be on the smoke, but he's spotted out by cajunb with bomb going down. This is surely going to conclude the round. It's just Spiidi that remains.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. Has got the 5-7 as well, but cajunb's going to find the final kill there. Just a simple A play. Only karrigan gets dropped to the hands of Denis, but Astralis dodging the force by there from Mousesports. So we can see chrisJ has kept his money strong. He will be going for the AWP, of course, on that first gun round here. But karrigan reinvesting in the Mac 10, wants to farm a little bit of cash here against the unarmored players. We can see not a single investment in any stretch here from Mousesports, all on silence USPs. Actually, there it is. chrisJ and Nex get some upgraded pistols there just to kind of boost their chances of even finding a kill here. So you'd assume this will be going a clean 3-0 in favour of Astralis. And the money's not going to be great in the first gun round. They will have an AWP. That's Mousesports, but they won't have much utility to play with. Going for the B player. It's a little sloppy, I have to say. karrigan just jumps out by himself. Gives us credit away for free, but it doesn't really matter at this point. The rest of his teammates are on towards A.
Interesting thing, though, is that the 1 player left in the B apartments has 2 players pushing him right now at Horseshoe. So Xyp9x actually has to turn around and stay away from his team. cajunb's going to get a kill onto Chris as he does enter back in toward this A site. They'll get the bomb down. But they're left with only 3 in, and they're getting surrounded quickly. So Device getting that kill on Nex. Again, the weapons are here, the bomb's down. It surely favors them, but it could have gotten really hairy. Again, as you say, overcommitment by karrigan in toward that B site, and then Ifix does eventually get caught out. If that had happened sooner, could have been a real chance. It drops 1 rifle as well as the SMG.
Yeah, it is a 3-on-3, but there's no chance of the CTs really do anything with this. NiKo now coming out of Palace. Trying to do some damage here, but just such a lack of weaponry here. They can't really do too much. It's going to be cajunb taking out Spiidi. They know where NiKo is as well. He's going to be facing, and maybe able to get a kill in the back on cajunb. He's very low, but Device covers him as he rotates. And now we have this Denis, who has picked up the AK-47. So we talked about the CT money being low going into this first gun round, so that definitely helps boost the wealth of the team slightly. He can kind of adjust and drop a weapon for his teammates as well as we go into the first gun round here. There's the aforementioned AWP as well. So body armor, no nades, no kit on him, but the thing is as well, he actually relies heavily on the flashbangs towards middle. He likes to flash off the window and actually his face before and after he faces with that. So we'll see what he can do this round. We have no AWP for Astralis here. They're going to be on the Galils. A slight bonus round coming in as they take away his vision with that smoke grenade. And karrigan will be facing first. And it's actually a lot of damage being done there through the smoke. NiKo taking down to 16 HP. It's going to be rattling him a little bit as dupreeh is coming in from underpass.
That's the big thing. dupreeh's got this angle now to force chrisJ back slightly. Smoke as well onto the window. Vision for Chris to have. karrigan's going to go back away from the boxes over toward Horseshoe where bomb was dropped intentionally. dupreeh now flashing, wants this connector position. Smoke atop it. Means that he won't be able to push immediately through, and Chris is holding from jungle with the AWP. It's going to be an A hit. dupreeh is going to try and just hold this down. He just needs to stay alive. He's got good positioning. So he's going to stay inside connector rather than on the stairs where he's slightly more exposed because the rest of his team is bringing the bomb back over to the A site.
This is a classic Astralis right now. Get dupreeh in that position. He's got smoke to cover him as well. chrisJ is aware of the situation. We can't do anything about it. It will be an A attack coming in. Here comes the first pick. It's NiKo to capitalize and bring them a man advantage, but it's going to be replied straight away.
And NiKo has to go for the reload, which allows cajunb the easy shot with the AK on entry from Palace. Chris made that call. NiKo taking dupreeh, but it's still Chris alive. cajunb gets caught on the jump by. Bomb goes down, can't hit the second shot. Xyp9x will recover it. But there is a player towards CT stairs. Thankfully, a smoke out, but a good lineup. Next knows the angle. He'll deny the plant, and it's all on to Device. 1 versus 3. Spotting out, it knows exactly where chrisJ is, but still has to find Spiidi.
Thing is, he hasn't got much time to play with here, so he has got a decent read on what he can do with this situation, but needs to be acting fast. chrisJ goes to a more defensive position now, doesn't die as well, so that's the position given away from Device. He can't really do much with this now. Molotov towards spawn, and you think like he just wants to die at this point. He wants to make sure he doesn't run the timer down. Does manage to find a frag though towards Nex. Maybe this does become possible. Somehow he gets some plant down as well here. I didn't think he had any footing in this whatsoever. He's going to not find any more from it, but the fact he got a kill and a bomb as well, that's pretty much all he could have hoped for. From what I could see then, they were just wanted to force him into the plant situation. Nex potentially facing a little bit more than he had to. But there it is. Mousesports do get their first round after losing the pistol and the 2 subsequent. But they keep 2 players alive with the AWP as well. It's chrisJ that finds 3 once again.
And Nex with that kill through the smoke. That was pretty huge.
That was actually a huge contributing factor, you're right. The fact he got that bomb down before he even was planted was very big for them, and they got them back into the round, that's for sure. But money's still strong for Astralis. They kept Galils that last round, so they are going to be bringing out the AWP on Device. And he's got a very good spawn as well. He actually won't be challenging towards middle straight away. Maybe looking for that B pick at the start, seeing any jumping players will face him.
He's going to be there in time. So if anyone does, he'll have the lineup. And is the jump going to face or not? The smoke's out, so he's not going to be so lucky. It's Nex that was the one to get in that position. Late smoke from mid to the top of connector. You can see it bounce off the wall above. Set play to try and allow, again, dupreeh to get some information, to get closer from that underpass position, and cajunb's going to try and take advantage right now of the smoke and aim A and a gap inside of it. That'll allow him to push into Tetris. Denis has just gone past him in Palace. He won't be spotted up.
This is all about cajunb. He's so good in these positions. He does this. This is classic Astralis right now. This is a fake they can do. He just lurks in this site. He can normally find 1 or 2 kills here, while his teammates will make their way towards the other side of the map. It looks like the bomb will be rotating towards T spawn here. dupreeh's got control of ladder room as well. So much real estate gathered here for Astralis. Key positions controlled. Tetris and ladder room, they can pin to the side so easily here. You can see NiKo desperately trying to find something with this. They haven't got any information here. And there it is. dupreeh punishes him from the side, and that should be the round tied up as well. Denis still in the Palace area, but you can see cajunb watching it like a hawk.
Great. Flash in from Spiidi, but it's just going to sit and wait. Bomb planted. No one really in contention to do anything of it right now. Spiidi gets blinded up. I still have enough vision to try and spray that down, but can't control it, and karrigan will prevail. It's going to be a reset. Next with the gun. The 1M4 needs to save this. chrisJ's makes some noise, but unfortunately there's not enough noise to be made. It's also an ugly skin. I'm sorry, Chris, I had to say so.
Make some noise.
Put your hands in the air.
Well, it's been bloody war so far for Mousesports. After winning that first gun round, they are going to be reset here. Next, trying to keep alive here and trying to save the weapon and the money, but it looks like he could be hunted down. Maybe to get one for doubles, but even that's not going to be possible. Astralis bounce back straight away. chrisJ getting taken down at the start of that round. You can see how that's affected now. Mousesports only getting $1,400 going into this one, so potential double eco coming in here. You can see Spiidi and chrisJ on the least amount of money they could possibly have. So I'd be surprised if they invested anything into this. You can see a P250 on Denis. That's about it. karrigan once again going to be going on the Mac 10. He was the one who was taken down by himself before, but that was fine. It's like the recon style play, we call it. It's when he goes into a bomb site by himself looking for stacks, regardless if he dies. That weapon against armored players is pretty redundant. So NiKo now going aggressive towards the top of middle. It's actually Denis who gets taken down first. That's towards the ladder room. And we'll see what the CTs can do to hold on here. chrisJ trying to do something. Actually good timing for him. karrigan running in with that Mac 10 was taken down.
The headshot at that. Zip went down pretty low. He's on 19. Pigeon's going to actually go one last on 18, but everything's working out still for Astralis, having lost Device early on. It's all response from that mix. The last alive. Eagle tags up karrigan. Also goes low. The HP on 3 is very low, but they all win their respective duels. Astralis come out 5-1. Money's still extremely tight right now on Mousesports' side.
Yeah, we talked about it before. The players with that the least amount of money they could possibly have last round, so can't really justify much here. The 3 players that did have cash can go for some upgraded pistols and some body armor on Denis and NiKo as well, but this should be a round almost guaranteed going in favor of the Danes. dupreeh with a decent spawn will be going in hard towards a low ramp, and Device did spot a CD player there, but he narrowly gets away with it. He decides to give his kill away for free as NiKo goes with the second face there. He had the deagle, so he was trying to do what he could, and you know how deadly he can be with that weapon. chrisJ now trying to lurk in and actually gets it.
That works, and not only that, he's gifted the gun because he's fallen away. Did he get the gun, though? I don't think he did.
Well, he's dead now, of course.
He's dead now, of course.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be Denis now, who has got a gun. He's got an AK. And there are 2 players on low HP for Astralis, but definitely got his work cut out for him here as he's making his way to the spawn. That was the kill he had to make this possible. Device still facing, though. And now he's from Zipex in the back. 6 plays 1. Astralis firing on all cylinders now. Finally, though, Mousesports will have some cash to play with. New York can come back out for chrisJ. But it's been a one-sided show so far as Astralis go up 6-1 and into round number 8.
Hefty lead, a great start. Mousesports, chrisJ and the AWP need to fire back into this immediately. Chris fully invested, has armor, glass cannon, doesn't have utility. Device not able to hit the shot. Fast spawn again, tries to catch NiKo off. They now know he's got his presence known, but it's dupreeh. Not from the underpass, directly down middle. That takes one into Chris. NiKo responds. But it's created such a void, such a gap. Denis gets a great kill, turns back onto Zip, goes up toward the Palace immediately. And cajunb would have the nade out, nearly gets caught off by that. Does turn back with the AK. Still only a 1-man advantage. And Spiidi has next with him. They're both going to play from the CT stairs, try and deny the plant out of this, but that nade's going to give at least one of the positions away.
3-on-2 now. Spiidi and Nex trying to retake both in the same position as well. They've got a kit and incendiary as well. We saw Nex with a fantastic shot for the smoke last time. He's not going to be in position to do it as he's holding the flank towards the vents, but Astralis taking this patiently. They want to make sure they don't give anything away. Have crossfires established, and Device will be planting in the open for connector as well. Mouse don't really have any foothold in this whatsoever. It has to come down to Spiidi and see whether we can find the first pick. Jumping for information, but can't really obtain any.
Go for this. Hit on Spiidi. Smoke's on either of them, so if they can get this down to even just 2 players remaining, they can try and smoke off the bomb, but it's going to be Nex versus 2. And Device is able to hold and get both kills with the AWP.
Yeah, very nice stuff from them there. Didn't rush the situation, made sure they covered every single angle, and we'll see what comes into the next round.
Device has AWP, but cajunb's built up to 11-6 right now, so they are swelling on the Astralis side.
Yeah, it's a different story for Mousesports here. They have got no cash once again. They're going to be into the loss bonus of $2,900. And NiKo, once again with that Desert Eagle, but it's looking like Astralis will take the round. It's going to be Device to take down Denis as he's jumping towards the underpass. He had a very good spawn to get away with that one. chrisJ trying to come back into this, and actually the smoke helping him out from the terrorists there, so He will be able to fall back, but decides to actually go for this. It's seems like he doesn't want to survive too long here, as he will be taken out surely. There it is. Device does take him out again, and actually gets a double as well. His fourth kill of the round.
Device just goes nuts, absolutely tears them apart. That's one way to get things done.
Yes.
Versus an eco.
Well, now just NiKo on the eco, trying to find a kill here with the Desert Eagle. As he looks like dupreeh surely will take him down, and there it is, headshot to finish things off, but Device coming to life there. 4 lovely shots, obviously against pistol, but still, you have to appreciate the skill this man has when he's firing on all cylinders. Round number 10, as you mentioned before, lots of cash here for Astralis. 14k after the reinvestment from cajunb, 12k on Device, so much cash available. And we go to round number 10, chrisJ back on the AWP, but this has been a very one-sided affair. Mousesports only winning 1 round so far, and then the full reset came in. A chance to get back into this now, though. They have got a full buy, sending 2 players towards B at the start of the round. That's where the bomb will be as well, with chrisJ Molotov out of position. Maybe a fast B split coming in here, as they'll make it out towards short as well.
Good nade kill, though, from Next, combined with the damage from Spiidi early on, who now is going to find a kill of his own into karrigan. So finally a good footing for Mousesports to have Chris dupreeh gone. Working out well. Just 2 players remain. And an efficient round would be key for Mousesports right now, because once again they are going to, if they close this out, should close this out, they are going to cause that reset.
They definitely should close this one out. 5-on-2.
I never discount the possibility of failure, Henry. I've gotten used to it in my life.
I'm sure you have.
Well, mostly just since I started working with you, but it's still there.
You've never been this successful since you started working with me.
It's true, it's true.
So,
but I have carried you to this success, so it's okay.
Of course. I thought that might be the case. Not the other way around, of course.
It's mutual, God damn it! Why can't we just get along? Device gonna walk in now, try and tear this apart, make a case for it. NiKo already pushed up. That's a play from Denis. Gets caught in the open, but now he's gonna overlook this. The fact that NiKo's waiting, and he should just close this. He should absolutely be perfect positioned. cajunb's gonna go for the plant. Spots Device. cajun's gonna get denied. Device left in the open. Does get one on the Spiidi. Turns back, nearly had it lined up. My God, if Device pulled that off. But NiKo, too calm and composed for that.
Like you said, though, Mousesports needed a very clean round there, just to kind of start getting the bank account rolling in their direction. But they did manage to get a couple of kills, Astralis, so it does make things difficult after the rebuy here. So you can see how many players, Denis, Nex, and NiKo pretty much down to 0, just Denis with $900 there. So even if they do win this round, they're still going to be struggling for cash going forward. They need to start getting some clean rounds together. And chrisJ changing his position this time. He's been having some trouble towards the window, so going towards short this time. And actually a fast A split coming in potentially here. 2 players, karrigan and Device working the AWP, but chrisJ being boosted up. This is almost perfect, but he will be smoked out. NiKo finds the first 2, Zipex replying straight away. Denis stuck in a horrible position. It's a flurry of flags coming in here for Astralis, and chrisJ next on the refrag.
A flurry of flags, you say? Probably Danish, because that's the one that's in the lead, and they are going to get another. karrigan takes Next. And that Danish flag is waving high as chrisJ's flashed off of this Molotov as well, bomb planted.
Yeah, we were horrible with words yesterday. I think that's the first one we screwed up. So
I've screwed up a series. I said we were having the championship series.
Okay, what's this? That was like the opening line of the show, was it? So we started off strong.
Something like that.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. chrisJ then 3-on-1, and it's a really solid round there for Astralis. Device.
That's unfortunate for Chris.
Well, you can see him punishing him on the floor there. But very fast A split coming in from Astralis there, getting the mid control. And we saw Mousesports changing up their tactics a little bit, boosting up towards short, and just that smoke locking out chrisJ from finding the frags. Astralis with a flurry of frags onto the A-bomb site. And that's the reset once again coming in for the Germans. They're going to have pistols here. And chrisJ has invested into this round. I didn't see what he was left with. I assume he's got some cash left over, but we don't have the luxury of a computer here. So we'll see how it goes for him.
A good start off, though, with the MP7 at range. And he goes down to 3 HP, no armor, and just the USP. He's going to try and get into Palace, but it should be obvious where he's tried to escape at this point in time. He's going to get Denis as well. cajun, late to mid, spots one window. So Astralis getting all kinds of information early on. Bombs on Catwalk. B's wide open as well, so they should close this out with kills, make it pretty simple. Although chrisJ has made it a bit interesting, getting that M4 into a good position. Spiidi's traded it. Again, that bomb doesn't need to commit to this. If this goes down, if Spiidi gets this down, I mean, this is still NiKo 3 HP. It's done, but this could have been massive.
Well, he's got a decent position, you know, and you can see karrigan on 1 bullet kill as well, but they will be leaving the bomb towards connector for right now. They want to make sure they give themselves the best possible chance.
They've lost sight of him because remember, NiKo faced early, and it was fairly obvious that, in my opinion, that he went toward Palace because he got away from dupreeh.
Okay.
But it's so late in the round that they've completely lost track of where he is. So you're dead right. Not only that, he's picked up an AK. If he can work this in his favor.
Surely not.
Oh my God. Thankfully, karrigan had 8 HP. If he could have gone down, it would have got the information surely, but catches him off. That was a bit hairy. You're right.
Money's still in disarray. chrisJ, like I said, he's the AWPer, right? And he's the player you want to have on money. But he forced ball with an M4 and body armor that round. That normally works in some circumstances, like if you want to have your player, if you want to buy an AK with some Tech 9s, that really works, but with silent USPs and one M4, you're not going to win around in that circumstance, but he will be dropped an AWP regardless. He's going to leave Spiidi on absolutely nothing here. So, thanks a lot, Chris. You get the M4 last round, I get nothing the next. Why not? karrigan takes out NiKo. Denis does reply straight away though, so 4 and 4, still a chance to win this, but they're so under-equipped. You can see next with the UMP, and Spiidi missing that 5-7. This kill on Denis.
Device looking for the angle as chrisJ does take down Xyp9x, but now he's smoked, forced away from jungle, has to fall back. Window's open though, so yeah, he is. He's going to jump down and go toward connector. I was going to say they don't have to rotate everyone towards CT stairs at this point in time. And cajun's hugging the wall close to jungle. He's actually going to be shown. We don't see it on the obituary. It's awkward exchange. They can't find the kills on each other, but it gives Spiidi the confidence to know that they're distracted and pushed back into the site. However, now that they've lost Chris, the attention can be turned back. Thankfully, Next gets one, but that's all they surely are going to get in this situation, and it is. cajun's able to close it, and 11-2, Astralis dominant T-side.
What are these buys coming from Mousesports? Like, your money's bad already. Why are you giving chrisJ an M4? Like, he's not even like a world-class rifler. He can be good at rifle. It's not like he's a player you want, oh, we're going to win this round. chrisJ gets an M4 in his hands, that's it.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, I am. I'm annoyed, Matt. That's bored my blood, I have to say. Like, you go into the virtual gun round and you've got one player that's on a pistol and nothing else. Like, it didn't make any sense whatsoever. We talked about this in the desk in the last round, but anyway. Round number 14, UMPs, Desert Eagles and MP9. This is another round almost certainly going in favour of Astralis. They take an absolute miracle for Mousesports to do anything with it. Device gets the first frag. cajunb with some decent position towards the right round as well. Will find NiKo, a lovely shot straight to the dome. And now it is a 5-on-3, and it's just an onslaught of kills coming in. karrigan, control, Janko as well in the room. This round is over, and I think this game might be as well.
Getting much closer to that conclusion for sure. Spiidi, UMP is going to fade away, 73 health as he does so. Let's save MP9s and UMPs, Henry. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's just use them to get exits. Now there's an AK available if Next can get that far, but it's going to be watched.
Well then, 4-on-2, and an MP9 and UMP on the line for Mousesports here. It's high stakes.
Those sewing machines, man, though, they're efficient.
Yeah.
Got to keep those running in the factory. But they're dead.
Yes. 12 plays 2 now of money. Still an awful position. I think they've got a $2,900 stage. Yep. So similar scenes, UMPs, 5-7s. This will be a 13-2. And what a miserable half it's been for Mousesports. Never really controlling their economy. Lots of force buys. AWP didn't really have that much impact. It's just simple plays from Astralis, A splits, and working slow rounds and mixing up some fast gameplay as well, hitting the shots, winning the key clutches as well. You have to remember, this all set off that Xyp9x clutch in the pistol, 3 versus 1. And potentially could have had a different scene here had he have not won that, but still.
Good point. Right back to the onset of this as karrigan just walks and embodies chrisJ. He'll continue walking forward. I think, I think he spotted Denis's arm.
You see how confident they are now? When you have this kind of scoreline, you can start doing these kind of plays. You know the money's bad for them. Just run in, of course. See if you can just find that first frag. It's karrigan to find it. Denis should be taken down here, but karrigan is the drop. It's a double frag. Go for the triple. Has to reload. Pistol comes out. Not meant to be. 3-on-1 now. Spiidi coming in from CD spawn. Just had the UMP, but nothing really to work with. Somehow gets the headshot to Xyp9x. Looks like Device wants to throw this round potentially. This is horrible.
What?
Okay.
What was Device doing? Or was there no shot at all in that situation?
I don't know. Maybe they want to give Mousesports a chance here. Spiidi should not be alive now. But
that's insanity.
I don't know how Device did not get that kill. I'd love to see it from his POV. dupreeh now 1 versus 1. Spiidi probably feeling a little bit revitalized after those 2 kills. Thinking he has got a chance here. He knows this last round, if it is meant to be, could boost their chance of actually winning this game, but his position is just so far removed from what's actually happening. Astralis will get the plant down towards short, and this will be the round over. Spiidi has got a kit, but all the time in the world to play with here. dupreeh plants, and Spiidi now got an absolute lifetime to get to the other bomb site.
Yes. Has a kit.
Clever. No, but like, he's never going to check this, right?
No, absolutely
the
not.
open bomb plant suggests he's towards short. Why would dupreeh ever be playing this position? Like, he's just absolutely owned this. Like 100% win ratio. I'm going to call it right now. What was that noise?
I'm not sure, Henry, but dupreeh, yeah, you're dead right. Look at this. Oh, he's just going to toy with him. Why not?
Yeah.
And dupreeh gets the kill.
Very nice stuff from dupreeh. Very clever. And like
cajunb, 20-6. That's a sick half.
Yep.
Device as well, to be fair. He's only not far behind. 17 kills and some big ones. That 4K, although it was anti-eco, was pretty swift.
13 plays 2. After 16-5 on Dust 2, it looked like Mousesports were going to be dominating this series. But as soon as they go into Mirage here, Astralis just looks so strong. Like I said, had they won the pistol here, it could have been different scenes. Had they got us to 10-5, that would have been a competitive half and wouldn't be such a big deal. But 13-2, obviously, it goes without saying. The pistol is required 100%. If you lose that, pretty much game over. So let's see how they're going to be approaching this. Mousesports now on the T side. 4 sets of armor, 1 smoke. 3 players towards the B apartments. NiKo in towards Palace. And of course, that's his classic lurk style. I'm assuming he's trying to work a single frag here and trying to open up the map for his team, but hasn't actually got his famed deagle this time. He'll be on the Glock armor, spotted as well. Takes a little bit of damage. See if he's not taking the bait just yet. He actually has headshot dupreeh though.
Start down to 13 for dupreeh. Zippix though, trapped inside
Okay.
of the apartments. Does manage at least 1 kill though, so this gives karrigan a bit more of a chance. Who spotted them dropping down. Can't get this lineup on next. He was waiting for the head to appear. Does cajunb though find it on the chrisJ? It looked like it was going to be karrigan, but it's cajun instead who finds next. He's going to fade away as well. But the problem is that NiKo's on the lurk. He's going to walk in directly behind. I think cajun's aware of this. He's got the call because NiKo does have 1 kill in the round. Actually, I take that back. So cajun's just doing this on pure game sense, but they're going to close it out. And Mousesports now give themselves a chance. They should be able to pick up the 2 ensuing rounds.
There's no reason for Astralis to force buy into this one.
And they do.
This is the point me and Janko were making before. This is exactly like when you have this kind of an advantage, you're just going to potentially drag it out as long as you possibly can, right? Obviously, they can win the round, and I'll look a little bit silly saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But if you want to win this game efficiently and do it the most effective way, you want to fully eco this round, go into the first gun round with the full nades, AWP, and all that sort of stuff. And just like, okay, we could open it. Okay, why not? Triple kill. What the hell's going on? 5-7.
That's fair. 5, yeah, okay. All right. Chance you can have, chance I shall take away from you, but it is still chrisJ. As he does catch dupreeh low on HP, found cajun immediately before that. He walks into the site. Bombs recovered. It's in the hands now of Spiidi. Still a chance at this because they've smoked off the remaining CT players, but it's going to be a massive flank that's coming in right now from none other than karrigan.
Just as I'm ranting about this force buy, they come in and actually just decimate them.
I'll show you, HenryG.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Obviously, there's always a chance for these kind of players to win it. It's up to Mousesports to play the round properly. Once again, they're just running into the bomb site and hoping for the best, and you got to get punished for that occasionally. And this time, it's going to be Spiidi now, 3-on-1. Does manage to headshot one of the players, but he's surrounded, stuck between a rock and a hard place there, in more than one ways. But there it is. Somehow, Astralis winning that second round with a 5-7 on dupreeh, no less. That was absolutely sick.
Yeah, that was a massive play, and that's going to put them 2 rounds away now from claiming the first series of the season. Map 3, Astralis up 14-3. It's an MP9 for cajun, a UMP for Device. Like a little for karrigan, but it's not much better on the other side as they sit with Tech-9's Deagles, 2 of each, and then the Scout onto chrisJ. Nade does a little bit of damage at top middle. Chris just going to watch, hold that angle against Device at the window, who cannot make the jump at this point in time. Has to go for the face, but karrigan's going to do so with him. And dupreeh's going to join in from connector, so this mid-pressure is going to be covered off, and dupreeh again starting off well. 2 kills to start this round. karrigan gets onto Spiidi, and cajun's just going to pop out. Sewing machine goes to work, stitches up chrisJ, and it's next 1 versus 5. Bomb down top mid, by the way.
Good luck next. I believe.
Don't make me start singing again, Henry.
No, please, don't do that again. But there it is, 15 plays 3. And after that second round force fight from Astralis, they definitely have a commanding lead here. Mousesports have no choice but to force fight themselves. Tech-9's Deagles, and a little bit of utility. This map is over, I'm afraid, Matt. Astralis will be the first victors in the opening game here. What do you call it? The inaugural game of the season?
The inaugural game.
Yes. We'll call it that.
We've got 2 more left for today. G2 Envious.
That's the last game.
Probably the biggest one. That is the last one, but that's the French battle as Device does easy work on a chrisJ jumping down. He's going to close out on Nex as well at the top mid. Take some damage that time from the Deagle, but it's just Spiidi now that remains.
Well,
16-3, dominating from Astralis.
The players are leaving the server.
Yeah, they're already leaving.
They're not believing that.
Screw
Spiidi's like the last
Spiidi,
player on the server. He might as well
Wow.
leave himself. What's the
BM.
point of even playing? You can't leave the server already, guys.
This is when he wins, types timeout, and goes, never mind, they're not coming back, and leaves.
You don't see like soccer players just walking off the pitch because they're 5-0 down. You can't just leave. You can't just walk off. Leave. He's got a penalty to take, but we'll just walk off.
They weren't wrong. Speidi does go down,
True,
but you're
but still,
right.
like,
You're absolutely right.
The point we're making at the start of this show, this is like professional level now. We're trying to make it like traditional sports. You can't be doing that, guys. Come on.
Well, disappointing, I'm sure that they are. Disappointed, I'm sure that they are, because they won the first map 16-5 on Dust 2. It looked like it was going to be a convincing day for Mousesports. 16-13, and then it all falls apart once we get on to Mirage. 16-3. Janko, we welcome you back to the room. And Astralis take the first series. They now lead the standings. Of course, the only team to win a game. It's not like it's saying much, but this is a good start to the season.
I think it's really funny how this series ended. Like, started on a high for Mousesports, then we had that really close game on train, and then it went all the way back to Astralis. And yeah, they had an extremely dominating performance on Mirage. Obviously, I said in the pre-game that I think that Mouse needs a strong city side in order to have a chance in this map. Yeah, we got exactly the opposite from them. They were just completely decimated by Astralis.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? We talk about NiKo being a very emotional in-game leader. You can see it time and time again when he's kind of shouting his team, trying to rile them up and trying to get them into the game. When you're opening up that map with a 3-on-1 pistol round against ZipX on the T side, you've got to feel like that's the kind of thing the bickering begins, and he never really recovered from that, it felt like. It seems like that was just the start of the beginning of the end, I guess. Like, they didn't really go back into it.
Definitely set the tone for the whole game, and that's the problem I have with Mouse at times. Even in that situation, okay, we're playing it safe, it's a pistol round, there is no need to take a risk, but they allow them so much room. Like, they allow them to fall back all the way to jungle, to CPL. Then they had that sloppy 2v1 against him where one of the players ran out of bullets.
Yeah, horrible.
Okay, I'll just pull out a knife.
Horrible.
I mean, and Zipness played it really well, but it is an issue for. I also don't know. I saw that NKJ was the guy who was in the coach slot.
Yes.
He's one of the coaches that's focused more on the opponents.
Sure.
Capio is the one who's supposed to be the in-game leader of the team as well. It's not NiKo anymore, but he wasn't there, so even I don't know what's going on in that team right now. So they're definitely having some struggles. Yeah,
like it's difficult to take much away from that. It seemed like very simple rounds from Astralis, just playing their default stuff, going for the fast A splits. And when they went towards B, we had cajunb lurking in the lower ram. It's kind of them hitting their shots as we're working as a unit. And the money for Mousesports once again. So many situations. That round with chrisJ, did you see that one where he just bought the M4?
He was the only gun.
Yeah. Like the rest of his team got USPs. Like I was saying, like if you've got a sick player like NiKo on the T side and